Cheers, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to the final hour of trading today, September 26th, 2022. It's Monday. Welcome all.
App is your perfect driving companion.
Looks like I have an ad. How you guys doing today? Thank you all for joining me again. We're going to shut down today, last hour of today. We suffered losses in the markets after I went off the air, I guess. The Dow was kind of hanging around just down a little bit when I shut down my early show, and then it went lower, and here we are now. Right now down 223. The Dow's been worse. S&P down 21. NASDAQ trying to hold an 8-point gain. Oil taking a hit today, down $1.85. That took a while, but it also began to cave. $76.89. Very interesting what's going on there. Reading headlines here. Financial markets are throwing in the towel. They're just not paying attention to reality. Financial markets are fine. Financial markets are doing what they're supposed to do. They're reacting to an economy that is slowing up, and we're seeing all the wrong motivation for the economy to do better. We have inflation that is going up and being tackled. We have interest rates that are definitely being engineered higher by the central bankers. They are trying to slow the economy off. They're trying to, get this inflation thing down. The problem they have is they can't do it. They keep talking about pain in the economy and all this. I find it unfortunate because there are a lot of people in the lower half of the economic scale are going to pay the highest price for these moves by central bankers who are trying to, slow inflation down. Inflation isn't caused by the low end demographic. The folks at the bottom end of the economic ladder do not create inflation. They're victims of inflation. Inflation, in this case, the inflation we have right now, supply chain problem inflation. That's what really this all is. This isn't where people are being greedy and are trying to get more money for steel or iron ore, or they're trying to get more money for nickel or copper. It isn't shipping companies jacking rates because they think they can. It's a supply chain issue, and the war in Ukraine is exasperating it. China's issues is exasperating it. Everything was great, but not great enough. Anyway, yeah, inflation did pop up, and it's been a while, and maybe, just maybe, the Federal Reserve waited a little too long and was a little too easy on rates. But now they're going full force ahead to try to, quote, slow the economy down and try to nip inflation here. It might be too late, and it might not be. It might not work in any event, because what I see happening now is all kinds of folks getting raises, demanding raises. In many cases, are certainly justified in getting a raise after years of being held back, but this inflation cycle now has gone to the point where it's baking in. And so, yeah, there will be pain to try to nip it, but it won't go down. The inflation rate won't go down to 2%. We'll be lucky to keep it at 4 to 5. That's about where it's going to go for a long, long time. And interest rates are going to stay up for a while. And there are going to be casualties, and we're seeing them now in the UK with regard to its currency and the interest rates there. We're seeing the devastating effect of inflation and higher interest rates now in Italy at 4.5% and rising. Italy just had an election and everyone's upset, and so they lashed out at the current government and elected a right-wing Soviet-leaning government. I don't know what to make of the government in Italy. I really don't know. But it's just not, things are not getting calmer and more orderly. Things are getting worse and less orderly. And so Italy is not going to add any greatness to the world economy and stabilize it. It's going to make it worse. Italy is going to be more unstable than stable with these moves. The UK, more unstable than stable. All the folks who wanted out of the EU they're out, and they're now going to pay the price. The entire United Kingdom is going to pay a terrible price to be out of the EU because you're on your own and you can't have the backing of 450 million people to stabilize things. And that's just the way it's going. Anyway, it's goofy, it's wild, it's wacky, and these markets are in for a tough time because markets hate uncertainty. That's the one thing investors don't like. People who have money don't like it when their money seems to be into risky situations, and every day the economy looks riskier, and that's making people pull back. People are not buying new cars in the same urgency as before. They're not going to chase houses at 8% mortgage rates. They're not going to plan major purchases or anything like that. Nope, they're gonna hold up. They're gonna hold on to their cash. Right now, cash is king in the market, and that's why these stocks are not overperforming. We're going to get continual downgrades coming through the markets now for the next year. Going to be downgrades every quarter all over the place because companies that were certain that they were going to make X amount of money or do certain kind of numbers in sales are going to find that the bottom is falling out in some of their business areas. And there's going to be massive consolidation. There's going to be merger activity. There's going to be takeover activity. There's going to be companies unloading entire divisions that aren't paying off. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty, and this is not good for the market. Okay. But hey, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming by and saying hi today. Hope you're having fun today with your option writing stuff. And the VIX today hit 32.88. Yikes. Unbelievable. Welcome. Good afternoon, Christina. Hi, Kent. How you doing? Nick, how's it going, buddy? Thank you, Hawkeye, for coming by. Wing Commander's here. Good afternoon from Coyote. Larry, hey, buddy, how you doing, man? Good afternoon, all from David. Christina, bought back my 25s that expire this week for stink bids between 71 and 85 cents. Now I've written a 24.5 for 122. Christina keeps taking in the money. Zeta State, number 24. Way to go, Christina. Mirko, bought back my 25.5s I sold in the morning at 109 for 56 cents. Stink offer is in to write them anew. Here we go. Crazy, isn't it? Nick covered all my short except one, and I'm working on it. He says, Christina, Mirko, good luck. Brian, nice work, everybody. I look up at you, money makers. Oil got crushed today, didn't it? It really is taking a hit. 194 lower to 76.80 on oil. Unbelievable. Alberto, I'm here. You can all begin. I have no idea where my Tesla covered calls are. They're lost in space. It's unbelievable, Alberta. Those people over there are absolute morons. I don't understand what's going on. Mirko, if GameStop hits 25, I'll write him again. Christina, you can do it. Splair, Alberta, nicely done. A covered call that most of us can't effort get lost in your portfolio. It's insane. Christina, 24.80. Alberto, Splair, beyond my control. So frustrating. DH Ruta, number 33, thumbs ups. Thanks, guys, for these thumbs ups here. GameStop is 24.79, down a quarter. It hit a low here of 24.12 since I last saw you. And so we've had a bit of a pullback. We're now getting a little bit of a recovery, but, we're still down 26 on the day. Early this morning, the markets were lower and GameStop was higher. It got up to 25.87, couldn't hold it. Now we're at 24.82, $1.05 lower than where we were. Interesting. What else is going on? Let's take a look here. Apple is up 95 cents to 151.38. It did push today a high of 153.77, but it's back to 151. The 155s are definitely all right. SoFi 514 down 17 cents. Rocket Lab is up 14 cents. HPQ down 20. AMC and Ape combined are down 87.5 cents. The word today came out that AMC has hired Citigroup to try to sell some of these preferred shares from Treasury to raise money. We don't know what price. We hear 400 million shares or something like that, which would increase the number of shares outstanding by 13% and dilution. But the Ape shares are 370 right now. They're up 12 cents. I'm at a loss. If they sold 500 million, at 350, they'd get 150. No, they'd get they get 100. I'm having trouble doing the math here, kids. 500. Is it 500 million shares? I'm not even sure anymore. It didn't look all impressive to me. Let's just put it this way: they hired Citigroup. Here it is. They want to sell. Here we go. 425 million. They say units of its preferred stock. Well, that's shares. Now, $3 a share times $425 million is 425 million shares. Is that be $1.3 billion? If they could sell it, they'd raise 1.3 billion less commissions that are being paid. 2.5% going to Citigroup for the first 250 million, and then 1.5 after that. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would buy it. I don't know anyone who would want to buy it, why they'd want to buy it. I wouldn't do. I mean, it doesn't take care of the debt. The debt is $5.5 billion. This is 1.3 if they get it. It's a massive increase in stock. Yeah, there's 1 billion shares out now. This is 400 plus million more, right? So that's a 50% increase in dilution, right? There would be almost 1.5 billion outstanding if they get this done. Got it. Okay, I got it now. Yeah, this is a massive dilution at nowhere near the per share price they were looking to sell this stuff at. Nowhere close. Maybe a third of the price they wanted to get. And I don't know if they're going to get it. I don't know anyone who would want to buy it. I don't understand it. I am an old guy that looks at this and goes, what? You got to be kidding me. Mirko, read ABN article, read an article about Italy today. The government takes 18 months to explode. At least that's what in 2010. Alex, good evening from Inflation Island. I'm number 30. Christina, my God, the bloodbath of AMC. I hope everyone's out of that. Afternoon Money Goons from FX. Zed Estate, bagel member winner every time I sell an option while driving my BMW. That's it. You got to love that, man. Driving his Beamer on the profits he makes from writing options. Christina Merkel, get your bid ready. It's coming to you. JRP. Uncle Bid, when a person writes an ATM or just... Oh, if a person writes an at the money or just an out of the money, is it best to close and rewrite as soon as the stick goes in, the stock goes in the money? When a person writes at the money or just out of the money, is it best to close and rewrite? Okay, so if you write a call and the stock goes up, I think that's what this means. You've written an out of the money call and the stock goes up and it's in the money. Is it best to do a rollover now? That, I think, is the question. And the answer is yes and no, because it depends on how close to expiry the contract is and what kind of ratio to book value and time value we have here. So if you've got a call that expires this Friday, it expires in 4 days, you're looking to do a rollover sometime in the next couple of days. If it's next Friday or the Friday after that, you may find that there's still a lot of time premium that can come out first, and you may want to hold off. When you do a rollover, you want to be able to buy back the call you have at as low as price as possible, so you're stink buying it. And the new one you want to write to replace it is at the highest price possible to stink offer it. And ultimately, you can sell another call further down in time for more money than what you're paying to get this one back, the one you're buying now back. So if you can buy one back now for $3 that you sold for $2 and sell a new one for $3.25 or $3.50 or $4, you're bringing in more cash, giving up time to get way more cash, and you're adding money to your account. That's a simple, classic rollover. The other one is you buy back a call for $3 that is exercisable, let's say $20, and you write a $21 exercise contract for $3, and you've moved up $1 on the exercise price, and it didn't cost you any money to do so. You only move forward a week or two. That's another good rollover. That's why you take my lessons. And I have one all about rollovers. Karen, I'm number 51. Thank you, Christina. 24.91 GameStop, 24.85. I show now. Mirko, Christina already said, let's see if they come and get me. T Hutch, doing my part. 65 SoFi. $6 October 14 cover call. Still waiting for Vanguard to approve options in my IRA account. Right on. Christina, perfect selling at 25 for this Friday? Question mark. Beach Boy. Uncle Bruce. Uncle Bruce, here's 150 shekels for you. Thank you so much for this donation. Donation. Set a stink bid. I set a stink bid to buy back some of my October 726s, but who cares? My eldest and more importantly, my wife gave me a first grandson. No, let me start this again. My eldest and more importantly, his wife, my son and his wife gave me my first grandson yesterday. And with Uncle Bruce's teachings, I know their financial future is secure. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, Grandpa Beach Boy. There you go. Way to go, Grandpa. Say hi to your ex-wife for me, by the way. Hey, way to go and well done. And congratulations on, of course, Mazel Tov on the new one. And nice work many, many years ago. Thank you for this. Thank you for this donation. Oh, man, I get myself into trouble just reading these comments. JR said, nice Beamer you got there. Christina, want to be crazy with me and sell a 24. Don't do it. Hey, Beach Boy, congratulations, Christina. Grandpa Beach Boy, that is awesome. Alberto, Beach Boy, congrats. Christina, sorry, 2450. Coyote, Beach Boy, congrats. Richard, congrats. Elisa, congratulations, Beach Boy. Brian, sweet, congrats, Beach Boy. Alex, Beach Boy, congrats. Christina, Uncle Bruce, don't know about AMC going to the moon. It's all fake and you should buy the dip. JR, yes, that's the question. JG, congrats, Beach Boy. Congrats, Beach Boy. Congrats to Beach Boy from everybody. Being a grandpa looks great to me. Enjoy all the fun stuff. Leave the sleepless nights to mom and dad. There you go. Burko, Beach Boy, congratulations to you, your son, and his wife. She did the heavy lifting. That's right. Oh, number 50 for Constantine. Thank you, Merkel. At least most of it, I guess. She did most of the heavy lifting. H. Gregory, number 59. Jennifer Hinton. So I sold 6 2550 GameStops this morning on GameStop. I used part of the premium to buy Amazon shares, bringing me to 100 shares. And I wrote an Amazon call. This is a win-win. It is. It is a win-win. Way to go, Jennifer. You are becoming a prolific writer. You are making it happen. Make them work and pay. You bet. All right. The Dow is down 292. Apple's up 81 cents. GameStop 2480 up, still down 24. SoFi 514 down 17. Rocket Lab up 13, HBQ down 27. All right, JR, yep, the lessons are under my belt. Will take a while to sink in as I experience all the moving numbers and such. Yes, sir. Adonica, congratulations. Beach Boy, nothing better than being a grandparent. Christina, proud of you. Jen, let's see. Rosetta State Beach Boy, way to go, buddy. Brian, Jennifer, this is the way. JR, what kind of family ship are you setting up for Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce? Christina, wait, is my 24 and a half a bad move? I'll cry into my 34.94, then laughing out loud. Look, it's totally up to you. Whatever you do, it's fine with me. I'm looking at 24.89. Fair enough. It's 24.89. You want to write 24.50s? Sure. Why not? Go ahead. It's all good. Hawkeye, blessings on you and your family, Beach Boy. Karim, congratulations, Beach Boy. Nick, Uncle Bruce, is China out of danger from COVID? If not, why would they allow groups to go to Macau casino? Doesn't it make sense? It is a pump and dump in progress on Wynn and LVS. Huge short opportunity, folks. Again, I can't comment on short sales. I'm not in the short sale business. Mirko, well done. Jennifer Kent, congratulations, Grandpa Beach Boy. There we go. Fantastic. GameStop down 12 cents at $24.92. A nothing burger on the stock today, but time has gone by, and that's a good thing. And some people wrote calls this morning on the uptick, and now they're seeing it coming back off, is scooping up some deals. Thank you very much. We love it. That is what it's all about. Do not fear upside on these markets or these shares. Okay. What else is going on? Watching the rates and watching the currencies overseas. The pound 106.98. Oh man, down 1.5 cents today. It has just been unbelievable the last 3 days here. Just devastating. The yen is collapsing again against the US dollar, 144.54. The Bank of Japan stepped in last Tuesday, to pop up the value of the yen to 141. Now it's back to 144.5. It's losing all the gains because no matter how much money Japan wants to throw at that yen, with their interest rates at a quarter of a percentage point for a 10-year note, this yen is going lower. The euro 96.2 on the American dollar, down 0.7 of a penny again today. It was a big deal 3 weeks ago when we touched parity. Now we've annihilated it and eviscerated it. We're down to 96. Thinking now is that the euro might be 85 and the pound might be at 95. They're thinking the pound will be under parity by the time the collapse takes place, which means the average resident of the United Kingdom, whether they like it or not, will have lost against the US dollar 40% of the value in the last year of their currency, which means the standard of living in the UK has dropped precipitously against the American standard of living. In theory. In reality, it makes UK goods cheap overseas, but it makes imports expensive for the UK. And the UK, now that they're not in the EU anymore, they have to pay duties on EU products, and they get charged, items that go into the EU get charged a duty from Europe, from the UK, and it's all bad news. It's just bad news. Okay, there you go. Sell my house, Upper Marlboro. Congratulations, Beach Boy. By the way, I'm thumbs up 66. Christina, here is my theory. AMC selling whatever shares they sell will hurt GameStop, so I went risky. There you go. There's a lot of folks out there thinking that if AMC goes down, that GameStop will go down. Well, there's that. I made $984 on my trade that I sold Friday and bought back today. Right on, Christina. Beautiful job. Make those dollars on those rights. Absolutely. A 265-point drop on the Dow today is what we have. A 26-point drop on S&P. NASDAQ just went red again, down 10. Oil down about $2 a barrel today to 76. So oil and gasoline prices are headed for under 3 now, likely to the 260 range in Texas, maybe 240 at these oil prices if this lasts a while. So things are really backing off. It's going to be interesting for sure. Good for inflation for Americans. Bad news for everyone else around the world that has to use American dollars to buy oil, because American dollars are surging in price against other currencies. Bad news, really bad news. JR, hey, people gamble no matter what on stocks, options, win, LVS. Not my mentality, but if peeps want to throw money away, I have a large trash can right here that I will gladly accept donations to. I'm the same way. Absolutely. If people want to throw money away, I think you should take it and hand me some. Absolutely. That would be great. Get rich, people, and don't forget me. That is beautiful. The JRP, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Anyway, goofy stuff that's going on out there. Apple up $1. GameStop down 15 at 24.89. SoFi down 16. Rocket Lab up 12. HBQ down 1/4. We've got ME up 21 to 298. Matterport up 12 to 386. We have ATIP unchanged at 101. SmartRent down 6.5 cents. We've got Spire up 7.5 to 114.5. Sextera down a dime, $4.30. We got Bed Bath and Beyond down a dime. Tesla is up 410 to 279.43. This is a very calm, quiet day for Tesla. They did have a run this morning. When the market tried a little rally, it got to 284. Then it lost all its gas and came back in this 276, 75, 76 range. Right now, 279, up $4. And the world is spinning out there. Not good news. Pfizer is down 28 cents to 43.80. Boeing is down 3.60. Cisco is off 3 cents. Twitter up $1.29 to 42.87. We got Home Depot down 372. Carvana down $1.14. Robinhood down 9. Vanik Semiconductors down 118 to 191 now. IBM off 46 cents. Not much going on there. Microsoft up 16 cents. Dead quiet. Goldman recovering a bit, down 650, was down over 8. Google down 8 cents, and we've got Amazon up 197 right now. Meta Platforms down 260. BlackBerry down 3. Royal Caribbean unchanged at 44.42. Target down $3. We have J.P. Morgan down 222. Costco down $14 to 480. It's recovered a bit though. The stock this morning was $465. So Costco was down $30 this morning. It's now $480, still down $14 and trading at 37 times earnings. It's too high. I cannot justify this level. Walmart $1.50 better at 131. It was as low this morning at 128, now 131.50. Again, that company's under pressure too with margins. Nvidia down 161 to 123 a share. Disney down $1 to $98. Moderna down 315 to 120 bucks. Anybody writing those 125s and 120s is a genius. I know a guy. American Airlines down 27 cents. Netflix down $1. Yikes. Okay, here we are, down 272 on the Dow. A partial recovery from the drip today, from the drop, but not much. We're down 10 on NASDAQ, 26 on S&P. And GameStop, $24.90 to $24.93. It's an 14 cent drop today. We're still paying just under $5 for gas in California. And I'm thinking, JR, if oil it settles around 70, 73, 75, you're probably going to see it around 4.5, 4.25. Eventually, I mean, it doesn't go there right away. It takes, as you know, an awful long time. Yeah, this is Southern California prices right on. It's awful. Miraculous. I'm in Wisconsin. Why is oil going down and gas prices back up? Regular is $3.79 because you're getting screwed. You're getting ripped off. That's why. Don't buy gas for a week, everybody. Just take a 1-week gasoline strike. Watch it plummet. Beach Boy. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for your congrats and good wishes. By the way, Uncle Bruce, let's hope my daughter-in-law doesn't do martial arts now. Alberto, I want more Tesla. Where's it gonna land? Well, as it backs off, you buy more and keep writing. Add to the position. You can always do that. JR, we pay a boatload of taxes for transportation when buying gas that builds very few highways, but does build a boondoggle bullet train that Jerry sold us. Well, you can thank your congressman for not building new bridges and highways, because your congressmen and your senators who oppose gasoline taxes and have left it at 18 cents a gallon since 1980, whatever. Congratulations, America. You blew it. If this gas tax were $1 a gallon by now, adjusted for inflation, you'd have gleaming highways. But then again, you don't trust your politicians to spend your money wisely. I understand. And is it Jerry's railroad? Did Jerry create the railroad, or was it created by previous administrations in California? Isn't this a 15, 20-year boondoggle going on? Why doesn't Jerry just pass laws and finish the damn thing and run over people that get in the way of this railroad? Build the damn railroad. What's wrong with you people down there? Build the damn thing. They will take it if you build it. How many tourists would take the railroad instead of air travel in California if they had the chance? Because California is a phenomenal place to see from a rail car. It's cool. They don't get it. They just don't get it. They want the car. They want the planes. And politicians get swayed by super PACs and influencers with money who want to keep it just the way it is. But if you're not going to spend money on the highways, you're going to get a crumbling highway system and an air system and not get the railway. So you get nothing. You get nothing. It's unbelievable. Olivia, good afternoon. I'm number 76. Just having come back from Europe for 10 weeks and riding the rail system in Britain, riding the rail system in the Netherlands, being on the rail system in Germany, being in the rail system in Austria, riding the rail system in Switzerland, America has no excuses. There are no excuses for not having top-notch, world-class train service in the United States. Canada, the same thing. No excuse. You can use any excuse you want. We don't have enough people. We're too big. It doesn't pay. No excuses. We subsidize transportation everywhere at every level. We subsidize oil companies to drill for oil, and yet they can screw us at the pump. It's unridiculously believable, just ridiculous. But in Europe, the rails work, man, and they work well. And I met Americans on board trains in Switzerland, Germany, and we're talking, and they're just going, "Can you believe how incredible this is?" I'm going, "Yeah, yeah." And you guys can't get a railroad built in California. You can't get one from LA to Vegas. Can you imagine how popular a rail line would be from California to Las Vegas? Be like a 2-hour rail ride instead of a 5-hour car ride or whatever the hell it is. Unbelievable. The demand is massive, huge, but no one gets it. No one gets it. It's sad. Anyway, Arnica, to have a good rail system, you have to be on time, clean, and fast. We have none of that. No, because there's no national effort to want to do it. There's no way America can build a rail system nationally because America doesn't have the infrastructure of politics in place to do it. When you have an election every 2 years for Congress people, and you have an election every 2 years for a third of the Senate, and then you have the presidential crap that goes on 2.5 years out of every 4 years as a presidential election, you get nothing done. You get nothing done. And the rest of the world just goes, you don't have a plan. Because if one administration passes a 25-year plan for something, the next administration sits on their hands and doesn't do anything about it. There's no urgency to finish the job, and so nothing gets accomplished. You can build a rail system in China with a strong man in power and a communist party that rolls and steamrolls over everybody. That's the other extreme. But the American extreme is the opposite. It's the opposite where nothing gets done. The Chinese one is where it all gets done, and whether you're happy or not, it gets done. And within 20 years, China has the largest high-speed rail network on the planet. And it may not be the right way to go, and they're not great people over there. Whatever, they built it. America can't even go halfway and get it done. And between one state and another, all bets are off. It's absolutely impossible to get stuff done. Hector, number 79, JR, it's treacherous to drive on highways. Newsom is curtailing new building. He is supposed to get people from the Central Valley to LA or San Francisco, but the last auto revealed that the average speed will be 45 miles an hour. Blair, honestly, I was surprised about the U.S. or Canadian railway system. I can understand it somehow, but still I'm surprised because there's once a run from East Coast to West Coast for railroads. Michael, that's because poachers are too busy getting kickbacks. They're too busy looking over their shoulder about who their backers are. And the oil lobby, the auto lobby, the highway lobby is one of the most powerful there is. And they're very low-key people. They don't go in front of microphones. They get crap done behind the offices, behind closed doors. Then you have environmentalists who get all riled up because some owl is in trouble somewhere. We can't have a train go through here. Oh, let's stop that $20 billion national interest project because an owl might get hurt. Like, holy moly, man. It is unbelievable. And then there's a lawyer for every cause waiting for a paycheck. Too many lawyers will take on cases for any reason, any idea, for whatever reason, because the money is there. It's all about money. It's nothing personal. It's just money. It's just business. It's okay. It's just business. Yep, unbelievable. And then you take a high-speed train in Switzerland and you go, oh my God, a country of 8.5 million people, landlocked, mountains, tunnels everywhere, bridges everywhere, all electric, seamless connections. It's the most incredible thing you'll ever witness. If you're old enough and mature enough to be able to go there and just experience it with an open mind, you'll go, wow. You'll just go, wow. The thing that really blew me away about Switzerland and Germany and Austria was how not only did people, of course, utilize the service and all that, how great the service was in the cars, the rail cars, the trains, the stations, impeccable. But who used the service? That's what blew my mind away. It was who was using the service. I remember there was one train ride we took, Jennifer and I. It was from Vienna to Zurich, and we had to change trains from Austria into Switzerland because it's the other national rail line now. So what happens is you come into a station, people get on, people get off, but the locomotive gets switched out. So the Vienna, the Austria locomotive comes off, the Switzerland locomotive comes on, the Vienna, the Austrian crew gets off, and they take a train back to Austria. They're running the next train back to Austria, and a Swiss crew comes on, and it's seamless, and it's in 6 minutes. It's like, and then people coming on the train. Jennifer and I are sitting in our seat, and we notice a woman coming up by herself and sits in the seat. She's got to be 70 years of age, senior citizen, taking a train for an hour and a half, like just a walk in the park. And I thought, you'd never see this in Canada. You'd never see this in parts of the United States. There's no damn way a woman by herself would be near a railway station in America or around in Canada. Some of the downtown cores that we have, oh God, no, not a chance. I mean, they're just a sitting duck for being robbed or abused or beat up or whatever. But here, it's like a walk in the park. You get on the train and get to the whatever city you're getting to, and you get off, and it's completely secure, and there's not a problem anywhere. It's really an eye opener. You really, you can't believe what you're witnessing. You're asking yourself, are these actors? Are these people being paid to do this? Am I a candid camera? Because this isn't real. It isn't real. And then you see students, and you see military people, and you see couples, and you see families, and you see moms with a stroller and an infant on these trains all over the place all the time. Like it's not even. This is how we get around. We don't have SUVs getting 12 miles to the gallon. We take the electric train, and we have time to read a book to our child on board the train while we do our thing. I mean, it's another world. It's just another world. The only people who win in lawsuits are the attorneys. Thank you, JR. Deuce Caboose, number 80, bruised, battered, but not out of the fight. Right on. Right on. Well, GameStop down 30 cents to 24.74, giving up a little ground. We got 22 minutes to go. The Dow's off 264. Apple up a buck. SoFi down 18. HBQ down 26. We're down 25 on S&P, 17.8 on NASDAQ. That's where we're at right there. And cheers to all of you. Thank you for being here. You know, another thing I didn't see I didn't see it in Germany. I didn't see it in Munich, Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, the Amsterdam station. I didn't see it in Vienna. I didn't see it in Zurich or any of the other stations in Switzerland. I did not see patrols of cops everywhere. I did not see police officers. And what I really didn't see, which was, again, just it's a little thing. I didn't see homeless people badgering passengers anywhere. You can come and go into these stations all you want. There's no gates. There's no doors. There's no sensor. You just walk in, walk out. And I didn't see people homeless sleeping over on the corner somewhere or under some kind of a cardboard box somewhere. None of that. Nowhere. And I didn't see police officers rounding people up. And I didn't see people being interrogated, being asked for their papers or passports or prove to me you should be here. None of that stuff. Just people going about their affairs and families traveling, moms and dads, grandmas, grandpas, teenagers going wherever they got to go on the train. It was just like, it's like something you cannot. I remember it from my. I guess I can't say I remember it from my youth because I never was in Europe in my youth, and I was never in a environment like this in North America ever. I couldn't feel more comfortable. Couldn't have felt more comfortable in these in the national rail services that they had in all these countries. Couldn't have felt more comfortable. Absolutely amazing. efficient, clean, and the staff professional, open to questions. Spoke English, no problem at all. French, Italian, German, what language you want to speak. Someone here can help you. We'll find someone to help you with your language. But I remember in Vienna we had our tickets to Zurich. It was a 7.5 hour ride, and I needed to get a reservation made for seats. And I came up to there were about 3 or 4 staff members standing in the ticket area, the office for the Australian Railroad at the main train station in Vienna. And there were like 4 young women kind of just in a little semicircle, all with their uniforms on. And it was obvious they were university students and they're working for the railroad. And this is probably a part-time gig. And as I was approaching them, one of the gals at the end saw me coming, noticing the wheels were turning. This guy needs help. So she said, "Can I help you?" Or, "May I help you?" I'm not sure she spoke German. I said, "Do you speak English?" "Oh, yes, sir, of course. How can I help you today?" And I showed her my pass, my rail pass on my phone. And I said, "We're going to Zurich. Apparently, I need reservations. Do I have to pay for them? Can you help me get it?" "Oh, please come with me, sir." And we went to an automated teller, looks like a teller machine. And she's just pushing the buttons and saying, "You're going to Zurich? Oh, what train are you going? Oh, number so-and-so. Yes, of course." Button, reservation, no charge. And out comes these 2 stubs. And she goes, "Here you are. You have 2 reservations. No charge for reservations." I'm thinking, okay, I got reservations, but I didn't have to pay for them. This is great. And is there anything else I can do for you? I said, "No, I think we're good." "Do you know where your gate is?" I said, "Yeah, I think it's gate 18 or track number 18. Just over there." "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You'll be fine." Couldn't have been more polite and professional. And I knew this was a part-time employee. And I thought, oh man, could I get this service in Calgary, where I'm from? I don't think so. This 3 university students talking to each other that are with a uniform on, I'm going to be bothering them because they want to talk about whatever they want to talk about. And I am bothering them about what I'm doing. This was the opposite. I was really impressed. And this was not a one-time thing. It was constant, amazing. But hey, it's a different world. It's a different culture. It's a different existence. It's a different everything. What can I say? Annika, the DC Metro is like that. I use it without any trouble. Splair, Uncle Bruce, you were not describing Dortmund. One direction, you're in downtown. The other, you're in a place that could be district from Detroit. I got it. Arnica, you can't pay me to use New York City subway. Michael, the subway's fun. Arnica, laughing out loud. Mike, just hold your phone tight at each stop. JR, Chicago's light rail was awesome. We rode from downtown to the airport for cheap, and it was quick and easy. They have figured it out, thank gosh. FL, SoFi is killing me again. Don't like the option chains. The premiums are out of whack when they're comparing weeklies. Kind of wondering if I should pick up some more sitting in the 5-ish, slightly over $5 average. We're right now at 5.10, down 20 cents. It's unbelievable how cheap SoFi is. It just blows my mind. Grew up in a small town, got a job in Chicago to see what I was missing. Very first time on a train, I walked in and some guy was face down on the floor with his pants down by his waist because of drugs. Oh, no. Korean customer service people in America generally don't want to help you. They're there for a check. Nick, that is a national pride at work, Uncle Bruce. Christina, 24.66, 24.59 on GameStop, down 45 now. Deuce Caboose, pants down by his ankles, waist makes no sense. Sorry, Nick. What's in it for me? That is the motto here. There you go. JR, Chicago Transit was the way. That was the way too. Uncle was very helpful people working the stations. Jennifer, I just wonder how much lower SoFi is going to go. I don't know either. I wrote SoFi this morning and bought them back at 50% profit. If it's going to go down, might as well take some of this money back right there. We were at King's Cross Station in London and St. Pancras in London. Those 2 stations are side by side. Staff there's phenomenal in both cases. We were there the first time 2 days before our first trip just to make sure that our mobile pass was functioning properly. We needed seats to reserve seats to Edinburgh and back, and we wanted to reserve seats from London to Amsterdam on our Channel ride, and we had to go to both stations. One station for one of the passes, and the other for the other. And we got looked after really professionally. I mean, they were just great, and we thanked them very much, and they were kind of going, well, thank you for thanking me to do my job, but this is how we treat everybody. And it's kind of like you're trying to say to them, you have no idea what it's like where I come from. You have no idea. You'd be shocked if you came over to our part of the world, and this is wonderful. Don't change. Don't ever change, you guys. You guys are great. And we got looked after fabulously. Just wonderful. Let's see. Jennifer Agouti, I wrote 17 calls on SoFi this morning myself. Christina, my 2450s don't look crazy. No, they don't. 2464, 24, whatever. Make money, Christina. Just make money. Make money. You need it. You got expenses. You have overhead. Right on. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Oh my. Welcome one, welcome all. Oil down $1.90, the Dow off 205. It looks a little better than down whatever it was, but we're 14 minutes to go, and it's a down day. We're down 20 on the S&P, down 12 on NASDAQ. But these markets, I mean, it's not like terribly down. 0.7% for the Dow, 0.58 for S&P, and 0.12 for NASDAQ. I mean, 1/8 of 1% lower. I mean, it's a nothing burger today, but it's a negative market. There's no question. It is definitely on the lower side. All right. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Okay. What else is going on here? I have kids. I have depreciating assets too. Laugh out loud. That's right. You have rolling overhead, man. You have rolling overhead. Those kids. Oh, geez. 24.58 on GameStop. Come on down. That's what you want to do. Make my option writers richer. If that's what you're going to do. Fair enough. Fair enough. Apple up only 94 now. 151.37. SoFi still at 511, down 20. Yeah, it's one of those days. Ape and AMC combined are off $1.22 today. That is the reaction of the market to the fact that they are diluting themselves. The dilution factor, 50% today. That is the announcement. A 50% further dilution of this company's stock. There is no hope here for an upside move that I can see. JR, Uncle Bruce, do you think AMC is dying as a company? Oh, yeah. Well, their competitor declared bankruptcy. I mean, they're dying as a business. The entire movie business is in big trouble. Kareem, Uncle Bruce, still going to travel soon or staying where you are longer? We don't know. We'll keep you posted when we know more. Right now, it's week to week here. Jennifer, Amazon announced another Prime Day 2-day event in October. So in the end, Uncle Bruce, do you think workers from Germany are helpful in Canada? Are helpful in Canada or USA? And okay. Now, not sure how do you think he's traveling soon to California? I have to admit, I did have an odd experience in Hamburg at Germany's national rail station. I went in to do a reservation. I needed reservations from Hamburg to Berlin, Berlin to Munich, and Munich to Vienna. I wanted to get reservations. And I lined up to go in, and I got assigned to an agent. Remember, we had to wear masks. We had to do distancing still at that time. And I'm behind plexiglass. And the gal behind the counter, I kind of felt was very stiff, like very. There was no smile coming from this face, from that face to me. May I help you, sir? Do you speak English? Yes. May I help you? Oh, thank you. I need to book reservation. So I showed her what I needed, and she put it together. But there was no chit chat. There was no. The job was done, and it was done right, and I had no problems. But I had a suspicion, and Jennifer said to me later, "You noticed there were people behind those agents that were in suits." I have a feeling the suits came downstairs, like suits from head office in Berlin are hanging around the office, and the mood is not so loosey goosey. It's really formal, and these suits are giving off a vibe of it's an inspection. And I thought, yeah, I get that vibe. These folks are not loose. They're not relaxed. They're tight. They're tense. And anyway, we got done what we needed to do. We moved on, and that was that. But generally speaking, everywhere we went, how can I help you? Oh, you're from Canada. Welcome. I hope you're having a good trip. Where are you going next? You know, it was great. I think he was going to California. We're hoping to go to California. Yeah, looking forward to a meet and greet in LA soon. Uncle Bruce, come stay in Cerritos, beautiful city and slow compared to the rest of Los Angeles. Jennifer just bought another 100 SoFi shares and turned around and wrote a call for higher than what I paid for it. Even if the call is exercised, I make money. That's right. Michael, so just Germans, JK, just kidding. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, it was all good. It was a great time. I find it so interesting. People watch, whether it's just casual people or folks on duty working. I love people watching, and it was rather interesting to see all these folks from all these countries. 10 weeks in Europe. It really was neat to observe. 8 minutes to go, by the way. And then you talk to waiters and waitresses and hotel staff, at the front desk, and you arrive in Munich. Oh, welcome, welcome. Where do you come from? Where could you go? Oh, we came from Berlin, and we came from Hamburg, and we came from Amsterdam. And there's, oh wow, you're on a real trip here. And where are you headed next? Once they figured out we're on a real trip, oh, we're going to Vienna, and then we're going to go to Zurich. Oh, they're envious, and they're tremendous. They're terrific. We had a wonderful chat with the chap at the hotel in Vienna. We stayed at the Ritz-Carlton there, and the only reason I stayed at a Ritz-Carlton in Vienna is I found a room rate that was so cheap for what we were getting. We had a big room with lots of room for me to do my work. Couldn't pass up the bargain. I guess a shoulder season deal for us. But talking to the young man behind the check-in desk, he was originally from Serbia or Croatia, and we had a really good chat with him. He was really envious of what we were doing, but one of his goals in life was to see Canada. He wanted to see this country. He knew so much about it, and he'd been researching Canada, and he was really curious about coming to Canada. I said, well, you got a lot of regions to see. I mean, there is just no, one town isn't reflective of all of the country. You've got to see cities and towns in the Maritimes. You got to be in Quebec. You got to be in Ontario. You got to come out to the prairies. You got to come out to Alberta. You have to head over to Vancouver. You got to get out to Victoria. I mean, you want to get a taste of Canada, you got to see all these different locations. But we're talking 5,000 miles, 8,000 kilometers from east to west, 5.5 time zones. You might want to take a while. And he's realizing, I need to get over there on a student kind of a visa thing. I'm going, yeah, you need 2 years. 2 years. But then if you're in studies, you're stuck at one university. You can't see the country. I mean, it's one of those, you got to have money, buddy. You got to have dough and time to see the country. But it is something to hold. And of course, America, you want to see the United States? Oh my God. Starting in Maine and Massachusetts and Connecticut and the Northeast and New York, and then come through Philly and Washington, and then Midwest to the far west, to the Southwest, the Southeast. Oh my God. I mean, America is so varied. There's no one town that describes America either. I guess Disney World does. But that's all fake. You gotta do it. You gotta come around. Anyway, Splair, yeah, a lot of people here not quite happy to be at work and show this. Sometimes maybe due to the inspiration inspection, or someone is ill, they have to stay longer. JR, market moving around, but the options chain seem frozen. Deuce Caboose, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. Cash in the bank. Family's happy. Friends are happy. Car turns on. AC puts out cold air. 2008, this wasn't the case. This is a really different market. Very good. Deuce, I'll just order pizza and have it sent to the bridge. Blair, hopefully you showed them the YouTube show. Oh, they all know. They all know about the YouTube channel. Michael, plenty of room under the bridge. Can is nice and hot. Come on in. 256-point drop with 5 minutes to go. 272 now on the Dow, dropping towards the end of this session. We're up 55 cents on Apple. We're dropping there. GameStop 24.56 down to down 48 cents. SoFi at 510 down 22 cents. Rocket Lab still up 11. HPQ down 39. Pizza sounds good, says Coyote. That sounds good. 24.53 on GameStop, down 51 centinos. And that is where we're at the moment. The Dow off 282 points with the S&P down 27. Make that 30 now in S&P. 41-point drop on NASDAQ. It's still fractions of a percentage point. The Dow is trying to get to a 1% drop. That's it. We're down 186 on oil. There's where we're at, kids. Welcome one, welcome all to the party. And it's great to have you here. 4 minutes to go. It's funny how you meet someone from Switzerland and you think they're lucky living where they are. Then you tell them you're from Canada and they think you're lucky living where you are. And it's the grass on the other side of the fence. That's all it is. And you answer questions that they have about where you are and what your country's like. And they answer questions you have about what it's like living where they live, and you compare notes, and it's always an interesting chat. Always good for a good time. Deuce Caboose, Michael Gardy, I'm a simple guy. Cheese and pep, okay with you? Michael Deuce Caboose, meatball sub for me, buddy. Deuce Caboose, must be from the East Coast if you're a meatball sub lover. Meatball pizza lover. Nick, just a thought, if you want to increase your viewership, create a business card with your website link, email address, and a little description of what you do. It will work wonders. That's true too. What I find is the young crowd that I mentioned, I tell them the name of my channel, they immediately pick up their telephone. They go, "Oh, is this your channel right here?" And they go, "I've just subscribed to it," and boom, instantaneous. Let's see, Nick, and give it to people who you interact with. There you go. Splair, I think you're lucky when you get the ability to choose whenever you want between both, right? Traveling and seeing it all. 2 minutes to go, everybody. We're down 285 on the Dow, and GameStop is 24.50 here, down 54 centinos. That's where we're at today, kids. Way to go, option writers. Way to go. Those of you, fold your arms and let the market come to you. Nicely done, everybody. See how things work out. Look at the Tesla, 276.48 down, is only up a buck. It hasn't even moved today. Isn't that amazing? Those options on Tesla are shrinking, shrinking, and shrinking. Beautiful stuff. Congrats, everybody. Way to make money out there. Beautiful job, everybody. Spire's up 8 cents. ATIP is losing, looks like about 4 cents, if I got that right. 95.6 on ATIP, a little slump at the end, unfortunately. Sure like to see that go the other direction. 255,000 shares of ATIP have traded. Makes it a bargain down here, and then you write 250s against it. There you go. JR, there are places to make virtual business cards that keep you on your phone, all the info, and networks and such. Michael, Deuce Caboose, none of that Chicago-style pizza, though. That ain't pizza, in my opinion. Deuce Caboose, if someone tells me I'm dumb, I'll buy 1,000 shares of SoFi right now. Deuce, Chicago ZA sucks. I don't know what that means. It's pizza soup is what that is. 1 minute to go. We're arguing about pizza. Who argues over oceans is what I want to know. That's from another movie. Does anyone know what movie that's from? The line, who argues over oceans? Are you telling me the Pacific Ocean is a greater ocean than the Atlantic Ocean? What movie is that from? Does anybody know? JR, down we go. Larry, the bells have rung, Bruce. We're putting a stop to the madness right now. We're down 322 points on the Dow as it just plummets at the end. We're stopping it right here, right now. Pizza has got to be Italian, says Splair. JR, thank you, Larry, for stopping this craziness. Apple's up only 34 cents. It was backing off. GameStop 24.47 down 57 cents. It was a very wild day for indeed. Arnica. Today's chat sounds like Friday. That's true. SoFi 508 down 23 cents. Unbelievable. Rocket Lab up 11. HPQ down 38. Splair, thanks, Larry. I'm wishing you all an enjoyable rest of the day. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, Splair. Have a good evening, my friend in Dortmund. You take care. 24.46 on GameStop. My, oh my. Well, that's what's going on. That's what happened today. We had a high today of 25.87 and a low of 24.12. And, the markets gave some back today, down 325 on the markets to add to the losses on Friday, down 37 on S&P, 65-point drop on NASDAQ. The Dow lost 1.1%, the S&P lost 1%, and the NASDAQ was down 0.6 of a percentage point. So they were falling at the end altogether. Oil down 188 to $76.87. There it is. It's an 80s moving. I can't remember the name. There's that movie. You're asking me who argues over oceans. It is a movie from the 80s. And it was written by Woody Allen. The movie was written by Woody Allen. Deuce Caduce wants to know how old Michael is. WD, hi Bruce. I had a need to write a way out call. You recommended 24 December. No, you recommended 24 GameStop December 16th. Sold the closest thing at 23.75 for 5.27. You brought in some money. There you go. You brought us some cash. Deuce Caboose wife wants to know. Spare, I agree. Thought for a while. Tomorrow is again the next weekend. Michael, Deuce Caboose, why is she looking? Yes. My wife wants to know how old you are. Coyote, I can't wait for tomorrow. Coyote, Deuce Caboose, smiling. Michael, I'm a 40-ish. JL, SoFi looking for a revenue stock, a reverse stock split. Is SoFi still doing it? We haven't heard anything for months, have heard nothing about it for months. We don't know. Woody Allen wrote that movie, and he actually narrated the movie. The movie was acted with actors, and then he was narrating in between scenes, and he was commenting on his life as a youngster in a sort of a somewhat fictional way. But the movie was called Radio Days. And it was the life of Woody Allen in the 30s and late 30s and early 40s as a kid, when everything around the house centered around the radio because there was no television yet. And everyone had their favorite show on the radio. They listened to their favorite personalities on the radio. And then he was he was commenting on life around the house and what they would talk about between parents and stuff. And he recalled an episode where his parents were arguing about oceans. And the one parent was upset that the other parent thought that one ocean was greater than the other. And you wonder, where does he get this sense of humor from? Well, maybe there's some of it right there. Who argues over oceans? Some of the greatest one-liners in that movie of all time. Seth Green was a kid in that movie. I can't remember the name. Yeah, Radio Days. Seth Green was maybe 10, something like that. He was the Woody Allen character, the boy. He was supposedly the boy. Yeah, cool stuff. She says, you're too young, says Deuce Caboose. JR, my SOL and daughter argue whether the mathematical concept of zero exists in stats. She claims yes. He says no. I had to break up a shouting match one time. Sheesh. Michael, my back is in its 50s, if that counts. My back's pretty sore. It's old, but I'm in my 40s. There you go. There you are. Radio Days, a great movie. Really entertaining, and very true to the sets they built, the costuming, the way people spoke was of that era. It was really well done, and I'd highly recommend you check it out if you ever get the chance to watch that movie. A lot of clips of that movie, I'm sure, are on YouTube. If you want to ever just enter the term movie radio days, you'll get clips and you'll see the characters in Woody Allen's lifetime, in his youth, I guess, um, in a comical kind of way. I'm sure it's exaggerated, but unbelievably funny. Absolutely funny. Thank you, folks, for hanging out with me today. We lost 329 points on the Dow today, 38 on S&P and 65 on NASDAQ. And GameStop was closing out at was at 24.48. It's now 24.41 in the aftermarket. Those of you who have options that die this Friday, I would imagine that every single one of you are smiling right now, because I can't imagine any of you have written calls that you're down on. I think everyone is up on your calls. They are depreciating, and time will ensure that. So welcome to the depreciation zone. Shrinkage is your friend, George Costanza and Shrinkage. Thank you all for joining this channel as members and being here as members, subscribers, and all that. And thank you for those of you who have been doing making donations to this channel in any way you see fit. Thank you. Those of you taking classes, way to go, class members. Getting smarter all the time and learning how to take advantage of these options that are just handing you money. It's incredible how much is being handed over. Arnica, Uncle Bruce, thanks for all your advice. Watching a down market without fear is amazing. And that's the thing. This has got to be the calmest channel on YouTube when markets go down, versus everyone else who's panicking and wondering all the conspiracy theories that are going on, I'm sure. Michael, JR, have them try to divide by zero and their brains will pop. Our Slayer, thanks for the show. Thank you, my friend. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning here for Gold Bagel members. If you're one of these guys here, we'll see you first thing in the morning before the 8:30 show. We'll bring out the Trade Alert show. Then I'll see all of you at 8:30 tomorrow. I got to get ready now to make up 2 shows for my other channel, Traveling with Bruce. I got to do 2 shows, 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern. The members of that channel get an exclusive hangout show at 7 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, it's a wide open big show all about travel in the U.S. and the world, and we'll talk about that. Just heard today, Canada has lifted all travel restrictions as of October 1. No more vaccines required, no more test results, no more mask wearing on planes, trains, buses. It's all over in Canada. It's all over. We're back to normal starting October 1. So big news. We'll see how that goes over. Anyway, folks, have a great rest of your day today. Stay healthy for me. And join me tomorrow. Deuce Caboose, Michael, I already see you guys soon. I got the meatball pizza thumbs from Michael. Deuce, can you, I'm fresh out of cashola. Can you pay for the pizza? I'm out of money. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye for now.